it's Bill, the knee pain guru. Today is, what is today? Tuesday, November 3rd. Make sure you vote. Tuesday, November 3rd, 2020. We got some questions that came in yesterday. We got Facebook as well as some YouTube questions we're going to address here shortly. If you have questions about your knees, knee pain, physical therapy, doctors, your diagnosis, whatever it is, enter those in the live chat. We'll get to those shortly. Let's turn this on and let's get to the questions here. We have a question. This was from Facebook. Nope, we're going to start with the YouTube question from yesterday. This was from Victor Martinez. Okay, his question is, can you get knee pain from lack of movement? Yes. Yeah, you know, the interesting part is your body is constantly shifting and changing to all the inputs that are going on. Water, nutrition, breathing, rest, lack of rest, exercise, too much exercise, not enough exercise, stretching, too much stretching, not enough stretching. It all, we're trying to integrate as human beings. We're trying to integrate all of these inputs. Sometimes we don't have enough movement. We can get achy because we didn't move enough. And then we could also get achy because we move too much. The interesting part is understanding which it is. What do we need to incorporate into our experience that allows us to bring the body back into balance so we're not having issues? So let's see. Got to get online. So his question about there, can you get knee pain from lack of movement? Yes, absolutely. I got sick from COVID and was quarantining in a bedroom and was barely compared to before, after 3 weeks recovered, but came out with knee pain. So I'm assuming he got COVID, he had to quarantine, he didn't move a whole lot, caused this issue with knee pain. So yes, you can. We have to understand that the tension patterns in the body are constantly shifting and changing. They're there whether we do something or not. And so to answer your question directly, Victor, yes, you can get knee pain from not moving enough. So there was that question. Now we're going to zip on over to the questions that came in through Facebook, which is, hold on just a second here. If you have questions, please type those in the live chat. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to the Knee Pain Guru YouTube channel. Turn on notifications for future videos. Here we go. YouTube. I'm sorry, Facebook. This first question here is from come on, internets. Okay, question here from Michelle. Michelle wrote in about cupping. Cupping, for those that aren't familiar, is you have these cups. I'll actually show you the image of her knees. There we go. And what these are, they heat up the air inside of this cup and then seal it off, and it pulls essentially the tension in the knee. They put these cups all around the knee. And her question was, am I familiar with cupping? Yes, I've had them done on my back. You'll see a lot of martial artists, like MMA, UFC fighters. You'll see these big, they're essentially, it turns out like hickeys. on their back or neck or on their legs from where they're bringing the balance back into the tension of what's going on in their bodies from the training that they're doing. Do I think this can help break up scar tissue? Can it? Possibly. The most effective way of breaking up scar tissue? Not necessarily, because we have to look at where is the scar tissue being formed, how is the body or the tension pattern in the body, how is the body taking on the tension so the scar tissue is formed to protect the knee. Where is the scar tissue in the knee? Is it in the joint itself? Is it where a surgery scar was? So there's a lot of variables into the question. The question is kind of like a global, and I would say, yes, it can help break up scar tissue. Yes, I'm familiar with cupping. Is it the most effective? And this is where asking better questions gets better answers. So we have, can it break up scar tissue? Yes. But in terms of what is the most effective way to break up scar tissue for what's going on with your knee, depends. So we may or may not have a conversation about that is going to move you in a direction on how to break up the scar tissue the best for your specific situation. And in my experience, the fastest way to increase the range of motion in the knee, like most people don't say, if they had full range of motion in the knee and they didn't have pain in their knee, they wouldn't care if they had scar tissue or not. So we have to be clear on the outcome that we're looking for to get you to in order to develop the best strategy to get you there, which may or may not include cupping. So how's that? So that was Michelle. Next question is from Charles. Said, I had a knee replacement surgery and having a hard time getting range of motion back, much stiffness, and only at 93 degrees bend. Yes. It isn't really a question Charles posed. However, it really goes back. It ties right into what Michelle was saying. We need to create comfort in the joint, change the neurological signaling in the joint, which relaxes the joint and immediately begins to increase the range of motion in the joint, which breaks down scar tissue. Increase the range of motion and reduces the stiffness. However, it may or may not be the scar tissue that's limiting the range of motion. And we need to look at the neurological signaling, the trauma that your knee has been through, your body has been through as a result of years and sometimes decades of pain that has entrained your neurology to tense up to protect itself. That when we begin to release that tension in the neurology, the range of motion begins to increase, primarily because the knee joint begins to feel safe. And we also need to look at what's going on in the hip and lower back, the hamstring, the quad, the shins and the calves, the ankles and the feet, because the body is a system. And there are mechanisms that are going on in the hips and the ankles that affect the range of motion in the knee. We have to look at those mechanisms as well, so we free up the range of motion in the knee. Conventional medical model is only looking at the range of motion in the knee in order to increase the range of motion in the knee, which leaves a lot on the table, and why a lot of people will have a knee replacement and they'll still be stuck because they're leaving a lot on the table. If this is making sense, give the video a thumbs up. Like and subscribe to the Knee Pain Guru YouTube channel. Turn on notifications for future videos. So, Charles, that should help you get you clarity, moving in the right direction. You want more information in terms of how I can help you, because that is my day job. I work with clients on a daily basis to help them relieve the pain in their knee, increase the range of motion, or whatever they're struggling with in terms of what's going on in their knee joint. You can head on over to thekneepainguru.com for more information. There is a video on the homepage that will help you learn more. There is also a coaching program, a group coaching program called Knee Club that I work with clients in a format similar to this, but I have all the tools. Right now, this is primarily shifting your mindset, because your mindset to this point has gotten you to where you're listening to me on the internet to figure out what to do, because the conventional medical model hasn't been there to get you out of that place. You're stuck in that place, whether you've gone to the doctor and your knee was considered normal, nothing broken or torn in your knee, or you've had a surgery to repair what was broken or torn, and now you're still having issues on the other side of that. In that case, that's a situation where I can help you. You can go to thekneepainguru.com for more information. Next question. This is from Facebook as well. It's from Rahima. Achy knee pain, MRI results show clear. Yes. It's a situation where there's nerve irritation. The source of all knee pain is nerve irritation. When the nerves in the knee or the knee joint is squeezing in a way that irritates nerves in the knee, you experience knee pain. The key is to change the neurological signaling by creating comfort, relaxing the joint, relaxing the space around the knee. That begins to relieve the pain. And we're working with that of the reflexes. The reflexes that fire at 286 miles per hour. When the reflex fires and we position the joint comfortably, working with the intrinsic movement of the joint relaxes, creates more space. The tension will shift to another part of the knee or maybe another part of the body. And then we're going to have a different conversation as to how we need to adjust or change or customize your strategy for your knees to get them out of pain. So, achy knee pain. So, Rahima, what I would be asking you is, where in the knee joint does it hurt? Kneecap, inside below the knee joint, inside above the knee joint, outside of the knee, back of the knee. Is it just in the knee? Does it go down your shin? Do you have it in your calf? Is there tension in your hamstrings or quads? Do you feel it in your hips and lower back? Like, what is going on? Do you feel achy knee pain all the time or only at certain times? Does it wake you up when you sleep? See, it's a deeper conversation. And if we're just at a level of like, well, what exercises do I do to make my knee pain go away? It's like asking a question at a kindergarten level. And that's why so many people are still continue to suffer with pain. We have to look deeper. We have to set the bar higher, not only for our own expectations to get out of pain, because most people set the bar really low. Well, this is just what happens when I get older. This is just what happens because I did this. This is just what happens. And I'm going to have to get a knee replacement when I get older. That's a foregone conclusion. That is not the truth. And we also set a bar higher for the conventional medical model, that they are not there to be our caretakers and to take care of us and to do everything for us. We have to take responsibility with the knowledge and understanding of what's going on in our own bodies, so we aren't going there. I mean, they already have a successful business model. You give a kid a hammer, everything's a nail. You go to a knee surgeon and you ask them, my knee hurts, what do you think they're going to say? Think about it. Drugs, prescription drugs, pain-killing shots, surgery, or physical therapy. That's the limit of what they're able to help with. Accept it, understand it, and realize you don't have to go down that path, that there are other options. So, I see people dropping off. They don't like that, hearing that so much, and that's okay, because I'm not here to help everyone. I'm here to help those that are able to comprehend and understand that they need to take responsibility to get themselves out of pain. Okay, those were, let me double check. Here are some questions that came in from Anne-Marie Carboni. She said, cancel. I went to my doctor. I have a torn meniscus, and your $49 book will not help. Went today. Please refund my credit card, and I can afford your monthly fee. Okay. Those are, and that's why it's important. You do your due diligence. I'm not here to be your caretaker either. This is something that I tell everybody. Get a diagnosis first. Go to the doctor. Find out what you're dealing with, so we don't have to go through this dance. Okay. I want to cancel it. It took too long. I went to the doctors. Nothing took too long. This was the same woman. Her meniscus was torn whether she went to me or not. And and it's a perfect example of people who don't take responsibility for what's going on in their own knees. They want someone else to fix it. Okay, that's what I got. One more question here. And that was spam. Okay. If you have questions, put those in the live chat. If you don't have questions, we're going to be wrapping up here shortly. And I have a video for you at the end that I think you may like. Thank you all for being here. This is Bill Paravano, the Knee Pain Guru, going to sign off for today. Have a wonderful day. Send in your questions, and I will see you on the next video.